Hey everyone, this is Melissa. As a massage therapist, I see the same issues over and over and over again. So I've put together a program to help ease pain and prevent pain while addressing some of the core inflexibilities that are at the root cause of a lot of these issues. In this video, I will be discussing some of the hidden and/or unknown causes of pain. We'll be looking at things we put into our bodies, things we don't put into our bodies, as well as things that arise from within to cause pain. So today we'll be looking at different causes of pain. We'll be looking at things that we put in our bodies, things we don't put into our bodies, and things that are arising from within. So the first thing is mineral deficiency, especially magnesium. Minerals are the fuel that contract and then also actively relax or uncontract our muscles. If we don't have enough of this vital nutrient, then things like pain, tighter muscles, less fluid connective tissue, things like cramping can all be associated with not having enough minerals. One really easy solution is to find a magnesium supplement that works for you. We also here at Psychetruth like magnesium massage oil and Epsom salt baths. So if you're in pain, that is one way that you can quickly potentially address the root cause of pain and at the very least get some good relief. So the next thing we're going to talk about is caffeine. When I say caffeine, I'm also talking about in general stimulants of all kinds, so we're stimulating our body. This is connected to pain responses. And one way that too much caffeine can create pain in the body is by stripping our body of minerals that it desperately needs. In addition to stripping minerals, caffeine creates a stress response in the body. And so when the body is triggered by the stimulants into that more energized state, which is oftentimes, the fight or the flight version of our nervous system. When that happens, the body goes from working on healing and repair to a place where it's not working on healing or repairing or reducing inflammation. Consider your caffeine and stimulate intake. Is there a way to switch out? What kind of stimulants you're using? Is there a way to reduce the amount of stimulants that you're using? Perhaps you could also incorporate different herbs like dandelion or chicory, which people have been using as coffee substitutes for a very long time. Interestingly, these herbs are very nourishing to the kidneys, and they provide a great source of minerals. This is one of those suggestions where you need to take it with a grain of salt. However, if you are in a lot of pain, then looking at your caffeine and stimulant intake can potentially be a source of relief. Dehydration. Our healthy muscles are soft and supple, and there's a sense of fluidity and juiciness to them. However, when we get dehydrated, whether through not hydrating enough, through mineral imbalance, or through use of diuretics, such as coffee and tea, then the quality of our muscles and connective tissues, they get stickier, they get a little shorter. There isn't as much movement or juiciness. There's less lubrication, so to speak. And so that lack of lubrication can lead to things getting tighter, not moving as well, but then the actual quality of our muscles will change. And so you'll go from having, these more fluid, soft, hydrated muscles to things almost get a little dried up. And when things dry up, they tighten. Increasing your electrolyte intake is going to be incredibly helpful, especially if caffeine is part of your regular routine. So things like lemon, a little bit of lemon in your water, or eating more fruit, or even reaching for an electrolyte supplement can do a great deal to hydrate you and replace those vital nutrients that your body needs. Next, consider your emotional and mental states. Emotions are energy, and so if they aren't fully felt and processed through naturally, they stay live in our system. And so it's really common for the body to put charged or live feelings into the muscles. This is one of those areas where it might seem a little counterintuitive, but a journaling practice or a meditation practice can potentially dramatically reduce your emotional and mental stress, which then can take a load of charge out of your nervous system, out of your body. There have been some studies showing how people with back pain can benefit from journaling. It's kind of a weird example of how complicated pain can be. One reason why journaling is so helpful is, we're physically writing, so there's a brain-body connection right there. And, especially if we're doing this as a stream of consciousness exercise, then, we're writing, and then whatever feelings are kind of buried below the surface, this creates a space for them to organically arise and be processed. Consider experimenting for perhaps a week or two with a regular journaling exercise and see how your pain is at the end of that session. So another potentially unusual cause of pain is all of the different chemicals we have in our environment. And so I'm specifically talking about fragrances in hair care products or beauty products, or the scents and chemicals in our laundry detergent or our dish soap. Everything that we breathe in goes into our bodies and is somehow has to be processed. So if, for example, you have headaches, this is a common one that I find, potentially consider trying some fragrance-free products for a little while and see if that makes a difference at all in the amount of pain that you're experiencing. Oftentimes, if we can just remove whatever is disrupting our body's natural flow, we can oftentimes see some really incredible results. So one of the main causes of pain on a physical level are the physical and structural imbalances that we experience within our muscles and our connective tissues. We're talking about poor posture and how that can shorten and weaken muscles. We're talking about having asymmetry between one side or the other, right? We know we have a dominant side that we use for a lot of daily activities. Generally having an awareness of how we are existing in the world, how we're moving through the world. This gentle awareness can help you notice whenever you're dumping into your chest. This is probably a pretty common shape that a lot of us fall into. And so with that awareness of our posture, we can bring ourselves back into alignment and then notice our surrounding environment and how that is shaping how we're sitting, whether it's having a weird chair or having a habit of crossing our legs when we're sitting. This really gentle awareness can help us make the steady but slow changes to our posture that then lead to more stable alignment, which can eliminate a lot of the root causes of our pain. So next, let's talk about inflammation. Now, a lot of the things we just discussed can result in inflammation, whether it's chemicals that your body doesn't like or having an excess intake of stimulants. However, the most common cause of inflammation is our diets. And so if you're having a lot of pain, some common food groups to look at and consider eliminating to see if they are causing inflammation and pain or things like wheat, dairy, sugar, and other refined foods, potentially even animal proteins like eggs. Our bodies are all totally different and are going to interact with and digest foods differently from one another, and also from at different times in our lives. And so again, going very gently, we don't want to destabilize our system by making too big and too hasty of changes. However, if we're dealing with a lot of chronic pain, then we might be willing to make those lifestyle changes like eliminating dairy or taking sugar out of the mix. And people oftentimes find a lot of relief, especially with any kind of digestive pain, by shifting their diets. And so even if we're not talking about eliminating certain food groups, we can reduce inflammation through our diets by increasing our intake of whole foods. And so, for example, one way that eating whole foods will reduce inflammation is by being really good sources of vitamins and minerals. So eating a lot of leafy greens or raw nuts. Those are going to give you the building blocks to having healthy muscles and tissues, and oftentimes contain different compounds that will fight and reduce inflammation. I'm really glad that you sat with me through this video. I hope from the bottom of my heart that you now have some new information and ideas and strategies to help you reduce your pain. Now, for the full benefits and the best results, I recommend checking out this entire program, which you can find over at wellnessplus.tv and streaming free with Amazon Prime. The whole series is devoted to various movements that I've developed for my massage clients to help them have a way to ease their pain on their own and to reduce the causes. So there's some really gentle stretching. We also go through some different breathing exercises, all of which combine together to create some beautiful pain relief. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.
With hundreds of videos that you can stream on virtually any device to help you reduce stress, lose weight, or just improve your health and well-being overall. At wellnessplus.tv, we are dedicated to helping you on your health and wellness journey. Join wellnessplus.tv to find hundreds of videos to help you improve the health of your body and your mind. wellnessplus.tv. Get well, feel better.